What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex, headed to the chicken as always, and we gotta talk about Shacarri and Bill Cosby and the hypocrisy in the black community. And I just put out a video called "How to Make It Out of the Hood." And in that video, I break down the 3 key steps that you need to make it out of the hood: marriage, life insurance, real estate. And by real estate, I don't mean you have to be a realtor. I mean at least own some property, own a house or something, get you some home equity, things of that nature, okay? Value, build a net worth, right? Everything in the black community goes against that, guys. The black community, they'll spend money on Prada so they can be fly. They'll spend money on Maseratis. Black people spend money to make it look like they have money. You understand what I'm saying? Black people think marriage is the worst thing in the world because they keep saying, you don't need a piece of paper. What's a piece of paper? But meanwhile, we at the bottom of everything. We're the highest single parent rate. Our men average the lowest. Our women average the lowest. But we keep doing the same exact nonsense and expecting different results. Now, some of y'all might be like, what does all this have to do with Bill Cosby and Shacarri Richardson? I'm about to explain. Shacarri Richardson, okay, she qualified for the Olympics. Not a college track meet. Not a high school track meet. She qualified for the Olympics. The Olympics happens once every 4 years. Everybody knows you cannot smoke weed and do athletics. That's the NBA, the MLB, whatever. They're all like that. Everybody knows that. Everybody also knows that weed does not stay in your system long. So that means for this girl to be prohibited from participating in the Olympics that only comes once every 4 years, she was smoking probably at least in the last 30 to 60 days. Why would anyone who gave a damn about their profession, about their career, about their reputation, about the reputation of their family, about the reputation of their people, knowing that at the end of the day, when you become larger than life, when you out there with orange hair and long ass talon nails, you representing the black women that most people talk about, most people call ratchet, most people say just like to smoke weed and have sex. And what you're doing, smoking weed, I'm sure you're not a virgin, so you were probably having sex too. And you're supposed to be the differentiator. And that's not even the worst thing, because like Shacarri said, she's human. I'm not even here to beat her up so much, even though I think it's ridiculously stupid what she did. I think there is no excuse for what she did. I mean, we talked about Josh Gordon all the time. Stay off the weed. Seriously, guys. Y'all say y'all not addicted to weed, but you can't stop smoking that shit to stay in the NFL. Y'all say y'all not addicted to weed, but you can't stop smoking that shit to go to the Tokyo Olympics. This is the highest platform of sports in the world, not the country, the world. It happens once every 4 years, and you couldn't stop smoking a blunt to partake in it. And I understand that her mama died, but see, black people always got a bunch of damn excuses. It's the most victim-based community in the world. Oh, her mama died. She probably needed that blunt. Why didn't she talk to her friends? Why didn't she talk to her family? Why didn't she talk to a counselor? Why didn't she talk to a therapist? Why didn't she take depression medication? Why didn't she take anxiety medication? See, this is the type of stuff that I be talking about. I just gave you like 4 different options she could have did besides smoke weed off the top, but she could have even drunk. You wouldn't have got disqualified for being drunk. That would have even been better than weed. You cannot smoke weed. See, this is the problem. And see, because she's a black women are completely out of control. Don't get mad at me for saying it. Monique done said it. Kevin Samuels done said it. Ayana Vasquez done said it. Anyone who's not a ratchet baby mama done pretty much said that black women are out of control. And this is the reason why. See, black men don't run the community. If black men ran their community, we would be reprimanding her for doing this. You didn't see a bunch of white people running up talking about they should give Michael Phelps back his gold medals and leave him alone because it was just some weed. They didn't stand up for Michael Phelps smoking weed, not in large numbers. Almost every black person is standing up for Shacarri Richardson. They hating on Shacarri. She was gonna go there and mess it up. It's just a little weed. It's not though, it's rules. See, y'all all say Jay-Z was wrong when Jay-Z said he feel like black people got a problem with authority because the dads aren't around. But then why the hell are black people justifying this girl smoking weed? This rule's been in place forever. This is not a new rule, guys. And people are justifying it and calling the Olympics racist and all this other crap. But at the end of the day, that girl knew she shouldn't have been smoking. Everybody knows that you can't smoke playing athletics. They're talking about what does it mean that she was getting high and she still dirted on those girls? Nothing, because she don't get to do it when it counts. She'll get, look, y'all won't invest. Y'all won't stop smoking weed. Y'all won't get married. Y'all won't even move out of the hood so your kids don't got to dodge bullets every day like you did. But y'all want to defend smoking weed. You can't get black people to do the right things because black people never had to take instruction because they raised with their single moms who works all the goddamn time. She's never even there, so they just do what they want their whole life. And when someone comes with structure and say you gotta be here, you have to do this, at this time, black people repent against that shit. Let me tell y'all something. The only reason you see such a big entrepreneurship wave in the black community is not because these dudes is going hard and trying to change the circle or half of that nonsense. It's because these dudes don't want to work. It's because they don't want to work. Think about the type of businesses most black people are opening. They're businesses where you don't even employ nobody. They sell lashes. They do nails. They do it by themselves. It's all self, like photography, stuff like that. And I do photography, don't get me wrong, but you can't employ anyone as a photographer, really. How you gonna employ somebody? That's just you making money. That doesn't do anything for the community. So I'm not understanding how you guys are saying, oh, all these black people are running businesses and, you know, it's for the community. It's not for themselves, it's for the community. No, it's not. And Bill Cosby, I know some of y'all been waiting like, well, what does Bill Cosby have to do with all this? Simple. When Bill Cosby first got locked up, okay, the goddamn liberals and bots, and by bots I just mean people who locked in the matrix and don't think for themselves, they all was attacking anyone defending Bill Cosby when that fake ass Me Too movement was going on and we was throwing dudes in jail for stuff that they did 20, 30 something years ago. I tried to tell everybody that Bill Cosby was wrongfully in prison. I just got tired of arguing with people about it. I'm like, look, first of all, these cases were thrown out 20 years ago. The women admitted they wanted to go to Bill Cosby's house. They took the drug. They didn't not know that they were taking the drug. He took the damn drug with him. Quaaludes were normal at that time, guys. Quaalude was a shit but a Molly. Quaalude was a shit but cocaine. That's all a Quaalude was. It wasn't some abnormal shit. So he gave her a Quaalude, you know what I'm saying, 20-something years ago. The case got thrown out, illegally reopened. This old-ass man got sent to jail for basically no goddamn reason, okay? By a woman who, after she said that he supposedly raped her with the Quaalude, she took her family to his comedy show after he raped her. But even right now, people are still saying, why y'all happy Bill Cosby got out of jail? Because he was wrongfully convicted? Y'all shouldn't be happy Bill Cosby got out of jail. Bill Cosby, he's a rapist. He's a molester. He's this, he's that. I know that girl, she went to his concert after he supposedly raped her. I know that girl, the case got thrown out because she didn't have no more evidence. I know that the case got overturned because she never had the evidence in the first place. But Bill Cosby's still a piece of crap because he's a black man. And that's my point. Shacarri Richardson can take her goofy ass out here and smoke a goddamn blunt and cost herself a shot at something that happens only once every 4 years, cost herself a shot at the highest echelon you can go to as an athlete, and we want to defend her and attack the system. Bill Cosby got wrongfully imprisoned and released, and people saying, why y'all happy about Bill Cosby getting out of jail? Listen, I gave y'all the formula to escape the hood. Don't look back. Destroy and rebuild. I told y'all, listen, we gotta do the same thing with hood dudes and hood rats in the black community that white people did in their community. And by that, I mean, let the rednecks go in the deep south. You know what I'm saying? Give them the deep south. You can have the deep south. We're gonna act like you're not even over there, like we don't even see y'all. And we just gonna let y'all kill yourselves and have incest and do this dumb shit. It's easier to just let y'all have a piece of land and do what y'all want. You get what I'm trying to say to you guys? Than it is to try to get all you to do the right thing. Black people need to leave the hood rats and the hood dudes in the hood. Stop trying to make them super Olympic athletes. Stop trying to save single mamas one stepfather at a time. Stop trying to rebuild these black men and give them all these options. They don't want it. They don't want it. Life is all about choices. I don't care what family you grew up in. I don't care what your circumstances is. Yo, I know people who've been raped. I know people who've been molested. I know people who've been shot. I know people who got no arms, and they out here preaching positivity and living their life the right way. And this girl out here, the fastest woman in the world, and she can't even stop smoking weed for long enough to show it. And instead of us holding her accountable as a community and saying, sis, you got to do better, we got to do better, we making excuses for loser shit. We tell people not to get married. I want y'all to understand this. We tell people not to get married. We tell people not to invest because it's gambling. You understand what I'm saying? We tell people not to buy a house. But Shacarri smokes weed and cost herself a chance at a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to run in the Olympics, which only happens every 4 years. Okay? She's not going to be as fast 4 years from now at 25 as she is now. But she could probably still make it and win, but to not hold her accountable, I'm not saying we got to throw sis under the bus, but goddamn, look what we did to Bill Cosby. And Bill Cosby wasn't even guilty. Bill Cosby wasn't even guilty. And look what we did to Bill Cosby. So if we could throw Bill Cosby under the bus, and he wasn't even guilty for some stuff that happened 20 years ago from the accusations from a woman who ended up going to his concert after the goddamn accusations, but we can't hold Shacarri Richardson culpable for smoking weed? Weed is that important to black people? Like I said, you got Josh Gordon, all these different people out here, millions of dollars being tossed away for weed. Weed. Like, yo, it's ridiculous. Yo, destroy and rebuild. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, follow our plan. Get out of the hood. Stop trying to save them. Stop trying to save these hood dudes. They don't just need an opportunity. They don't just need a chance. Everyone in America has a chance. You can start your own damn business. I got my own production company. I'm put a movie on Amazon. I got my own photography company. He had a chance. He picked his life. He wanted fast money. He's going to die or he's going to go to jail and get back shots like he was giving them. He picked that. Let him have it. Sis could have went to college. Sis could have even just been a nail tech or lash tech. Like I said, those aren't employable businesses, but she could have did a lot of other things besides getting on welfare and having babies by a hood dude and then looking for someone to clean it up. Stop it, black people. Stop it. If you're watching this, chances are you're a different type of black person. This is probably going to get a lot of thumbs down, and that's okay. But if you follow this channel, I already know you're a different type of black person. You already know what I'm talking about. It's time to destroy and rebuild. All the black people who still believe in family, all the black people who still believe in investing, all the black people who still believe in running your own businesses, all the black people who understand that we've been oppressed and held back in this country, but at the end of the day, it's time to eat because the Asians come over here and eat, because the Mexicans come over here and eat, because the Hispanics come over here and eat, because the white people come over here from all over the place, Europe, Italy, all of these places and eat. Black people have been here for 300 years, we still can't eat. It's not systematic racism anymore. It's that any other culture, if the girl was smoking weed and couldn't partake in the Olympics, they would have held her accountable. But in our culture, we want to hold Bill Cosby accountable for something he literally didn't even do. But not hold this black woman accountable because she a black queen. You shouldn't be talking about black women. That's the problem with the community. Accountability is not coming back because they don't want to get married and have families. So men ain't coming back. So accountability is not coming back. Let it go. Move to the suburbs. Do what they did in Maryland. Make PG County and leave Baltimore and D.C. the hell alone. Make PG County and leave Baltimore and D.C. the hell alone. So that's my thoughts on the Shacarri Richardson and Bill Cosby situation. I think it's crazy that, like I said, before Bill Cosby even got locked up, I said this story is bogus. This doesn't make sense. It's past the statute of limitations. I said all of that. Y'all so trained by the media that don't tell y'all the truth. Y'all threw this man under the bus for no reason, still throwing this man under the bus because you ain't did your research. But you're defending a girl who smoked weed and cost herself. No one made her smoke weed. This is a conscious decision. And y'all defending her. No accountability. No nothing. The formula to get out of the hood, a lot of people aren't going to follow it. Listen, find you a good one, get married, get your life insurance, buy a house in the suburbs somewhere, and just stay out of it. Just stay out of it. The next decade, guys, is going to be really, really tough. And people who think like the majority of the black community do, they ain't going to make it. We got to treat them like rednecks, let them have their own plot of land, and just leave them there, all right? I'm Alex, and I'm out. Peace.